Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Cherries fans from around the world. Welcome back. What a pleasure it is to be back as well for the pre-season preview with my co-pilots here, Malcolm in Berlin and Daz, the Cherry from Down Under. Welcome both. How nice is it to be back on the screen?
Hi, Ollie. Hi, Daz. Yeah, great to be back. Let's get the show on the road, as they say.
Yeah, Daz, how you doing?
Yeah, really good. Really been looking forward. Obviously, the off season's been a lifetime, and g'day from down under, as they say. Let's get this on.
Yeah, absolutely. And with everything that's coming up, all the changes that we've had, we're super excited to bring you, as I said, the pre-season preview, the new coaching and managerial staff, new changes to the squad, the upcoming game for the first game of the season, and some predictions from the team here. First things first, guys, let's jump straight into it, which I believe is the squad and some new signings, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, recruitment have done us proud. I believe a couple of gems have certainly come on board. Very positive about the introductions. Sanchez from Sevilla.
Yeah, nice.
Juan Lu. Antonio Silva from Benfica and Alvaro Rodriguez from Elche. Rodriguez currently out injured, which is a bit unfortunate. But I'm super excited about these three coming in. And I think they fit the bill.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, what's the aim here? Who are they replacing? Who have we lost?
Is there a replacement as such? I think there are additions, really, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you see it, right?
The way I see it, okay.
If they're going to bring people in and can push people out of positions, if someone's not performing enough, yeah, it depends how you look at it, right?
Okay, but Antonio Silva's got to go straight in at centre back, left side, in place of Senesi.
Yeah.
So I think that's for me. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, with James Hill on the right. Weight up. Obviously, Milos is still injured, which is a shame because I'd like to have seen him start the season. Diakite, I'll talk about him in a minute. Sanchez, right back. Although he can play midfield, all left.
Yeah.
All midfield. Come on. So he's multi-talented. Yeah. I think maybe they'll push him for a right back spot to start with. But watch this space. Who knows what Marco Roses have got up his sleeve? But it's good that we got the extra bodies on board. The squad depth is obviously in the right direction. Several players have not quite got up to speed, but they'll be ready for the Man City game, is the word on the street. So, yeah, looking good. I'm very happy.
Yeah. Amazing.
Interesting facts for them three players. Obviously, you just mentioned them, Malcolm. They're all 22 years of age. Wow. So, interesting fact, they're all 22. And another fact is they're all over 6 feet tall.
Wow.
So, yeah, so Silva is 6'2". Rodriguez, the forward, 6'4", and Sanchez is 6'1". And combined spending, you said that the recruitment has done an outstanding job. Combined spending, all three players, 53 mil.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, some height up front, which is something that we haven't had for a good long while, isn't it?
I was about to say, yeah, and I mean, does that segue nicely into the next segment? Talking about the new manager and the new coaching staff. That is a bit of different play, isn't it? Having taller people all around.
It is. Yeah. We mustn't forget that we've got back from loan. We got Daniel Jefferson and Max Aaron Max Aaron. But we'll come on to those in a minute after Marco Rosa. So,
yeah,
go ahead, Daz. Take it away. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, everyone was always worried, what we were going to do when Andoni departed to Liverpool, and hats off to the guy. He did amazing for us, and who wouldn't want to, coach Liverpool? But yeah, had an excellent lineup as a replacement. Marco Rosa comes with pedigree. He's got European football, Champions League, a very good pedigree, very good win rate for his games, and. Yeah. Following Marco, he's obviously brought in his backroom staff as well, which includes his first team coach, which is Patrick Eindenberger, and correct me on the pronunciations here, Mal, but Eindenberger from RB Leipzig, sorry. And his first team set piece coach who's come in is Nicolas Gagnon. So again, hopefully these set piece coaches and things are going to enable us to be more strong defensively from the set pieces and corners from the opposition, where we were a little bit weak, I felt, last season. And we've also got a new goalkeeping coach, Frederick de Bolver. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. So yeah, it's a whole new backroom staff there with Rosa, and I'm super excited to see how we all gel together.
Yeah, fully agree on some of those. I'm glad that you brought up some of those names as well, because I don't know if you've looked into some of these guys, but their goalkeeping coach specifically looks pretty good. I mean, including Courtois and Mignolet, are two keepers that he's had under his belt. It's interesting, the team that he's bringing over with him. And I think this is like, for 3 years, right, we knew exactly what Bournemouth were. It was an Iriola ball, right? We knew what we were expecting. This is a whole different ball game. It's almost like everything that we did have, the high intensity, the aggressive pressing, the chaos, goals. But as you said, now we've got a manager with Champions League experience, Bundesliga experience, trophies, a reputation for aggressive football. I think it's super exciting to see where he's going to take us with this new team. Hence the conversation to bring up about the players that we've just bought. On average, they must be much taller than any other signing season that we've had. All over 6 foot. That's a pretty crazy stat. And all being 22, that's pretty tall, young, prospects that we've just brought in again that are not unheard of, but they're not on the forefront of everyone's mind, are they, to be a first signing, right?
Well, Bournemouth don't do that, do they?
Well, that's it. It proves the point that we've done it again, hopefully, and I think, I think incredibly promising. And I'm really, really keen to see how this style of play, or how he can push this and impact this style of play into the team, especially with a player like Antonio Silva. I mean, he is quality and is known, right? Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Have we seen any of this stuff on the preseason friendlies yet?
In a second. Go on, Dan.
Definitely. Just in regards to the squad, while we're mentoring players and squad, I looked up a couple of stats there. We've got a squad of 30 players, give or take 1 or 2, and the average age for our squad is 25.2 years. So again, we're leaning on the younger guys again, to sort of like bring us up to speed. Although we have still got some older players in there. Average age of the goalkeepers, 30.5 years. So that's where obviously the age and the experience in goal. Defenders, the average age is 24.4 years. Midfielders, 26.1 years. And attackers, 23.5. Interesting. So again, very interesting stats in regards to we're developing the younger team, bringing in maybe a few development players as well. And unlike a lot of players in the Premiership who rely on the more experienced, mid to late 20s, early 30 players, we're definitely a young and developing team, and I'm looking forward to where we can go with this new manager.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it would be too far removed from what Andoni gave us with Marco Rosa.
Agreed.
Very, very similar. Yes, there'll be slight changes, a few tweaks here and there, but I'm all up for it. I'm really super excited for, obviously Sunday to come round and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Pre-season was interesting, as you mentioned, Ollie. I think it's a good show to move on to that now. There are a few players that really impressed me. I'm not going to go overboard with it because pre-season is the same for every club. It's the important part is to give the players minutes to get them up to speed and to showcase what they can do. Now, some of them will take a little bit longer, depending, do they have many minutes in a World Cup, whatever, and then their holiday and then come back again. Whether they got knocks or not has proved the point during the Austrian camp, I believe. So there were some really, really standout moments, even for pre-season, even more so than the last time when Andoni had them over in America. I looked at these games and thinking, wow. And there seems to be a very big togetherness around the club with all the staff, the players, those that are fully involved, those that are partly involved, obviously academy, who stepped up, come in and shown what they can do. Yeah, it's going to make a bit of a headache, I think, for Marco Rosa. Who is he going to pick for what games? But there is certainly some really, I would say, surprise standout players for me. If you want me to mention, I'm going to go straight in. Daniel Jefferson.
Yep.
He's come back. He's like, I've got an opportunity here. I'm going to show him really what he can do.
Yeah.
And he was full on. And wow. Alex Tourt, another one.
Oh, yeah. I was going to mention the same amount. Yep.
He didn't get the minutes under Andoni that he should have done, in my view, but it's okay. It's all opinionated. But I think he'll have the opportunity, adding that we got European football as well. I think all the players will get their chance quite quickly in the season. And that'll be good, not only for the club, but also for Marco Rosa, because then he can actually see what they're about in real time, in real competition, and if it fits to what he wants them to do. Yep. But I think the biggest surprise for me, and they're very, very clever, was that Marco Rosa mentioned Evan Nielsen playing as like a 9.5.
Yeah.
So he's dropping back a bit, and it seems to have done the trick. Now, I know it's only pre-season. His all-round game is brilliant anyway. What he does is hold up play, defensive duties, running into space, whatever. But putting him in the right place, and it's only a small tweak, it's nothing great, but that helps. It frees up other players that they can run past, give Evan Nielsen a chance for the ball to lay off passes or even run in. So obviously his timing's got to be better to get onto the end of a cross or a pass, whatever. But I just think little things like that. You see it in pre-season. Let's watch it in real time against good opposition.
And is it about time that Evan Nielsen specifically started gelling and finding his feet properly with goals? Or I know he did so much off the ball, but it'd be awesome if he now started doing all of that effort on the ball as well. How much better would he be, right?
I think it's going to be not as you think. I think it's going to be much the same as last season. Because I think if it depends, obviously Krupi's out injured, right? So, and that his injuries obviously going to take longer. I'm hoping that Rodriguez will come in. Mm-hmm. Would he be the main striker? Because obviously the tallest. I don't know, and I think we're going to have another guy up front who's going to put the ball in the net. Mm. So really, Evan Nielsen is a bit part player, as with whoever's on the left, whoever's in behind.
Yep,
it's a team game, and Bournemouth haven't had since Dom Solanke. They haven't had an out-and-out striker who's really going to, put the ball away as often. But we've always had goals around the team, and that is the beauty of it. So I've got no concerns, and I'm certainly miles away from this, ever bashing.
Yeah,
I just won't have it. I just won't have it. It's a team game, and the team play as a unit.
Yeah,
Don't matter who scores the goals.
Yeah, agreed. And just on that, do me a favour, Malcolm. Run us through the games that were played and the results in these pre-season friendlies, because as we decided before the game, you're better with these enunciations.
That's right. All right. So obviously, St. Pauli, we won 4-1.
Yeah.
Who was the second one?
Augsburg.
Augsburg. That's it. Thank you. Augsburg. Yeah. Was that 2-2?
5-2.
5-1.
5-2. 5-1.
5-1.
Have you got 5-1? Okay, I had 5-2, but never mind. Yeah.
Could be 5-2. Could be 5-2.
Real Betis. Was that 2-2 draw?
That was a 2-2 draw. But in between that was the Genoa game, which we were.
That was behind closed doors, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 10-2 win.
Just a little 10-1 thing.
Yeah.
And then last weekend
every player scored.
Last weekend away to Mainz, lost 2-1. But it was.
Arsenal lost 3-1 to Mainz previously, so I'll take it 2-1. Yeah.
The thing is, it's like I said, it's pre-season.
Correct.
It's not full on, but
yeah,
it's good. It's good for the players.
I think it's interesting to take into account, as you said, the people that did stand out. Evan Nilsson, Alex Toth, Ben Gannon-Doak, Tav. I mean, even play all right in some of the games. So I think they're important for that specific reason, right? Especially given that we've got new manager and coaching staff.
And another player I thought absolutely shone, and I'm great to see him back at his best, was Kluivert. I thought he was on fire. He'd obviously big injury last season, but just watching him in a few of them friendlies, he scored a hat trick in one of them with the Genoa game, but he was absolutely on fire. Ben Toff was very comfortable on the ball. It was really good, really good performances. Very happy.
And a big shout to Diakite as well. He did score a goal as well.
With the head?
Yeah, from the corner over. Yeah, very nice. But what a training camp in Austria! Wow.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. Really cool, and to be able to see all the snippets through the club channel, not just the games, but obviously the training bits and pieces that he did. Nice interviews. And like I said, there must be such a brilliant feeling amongst the whole squad, that togetherness, and that the trainer's on board with everything. So, let's.
And I think that falls in line with, everything that's going on at the club at the moment, right? The academy decision was overturned. We've got some fantastic news for the female team. There's so much going on. I think what happened there was just a show of how far we've come and how professional the squad is now behind closed doors. That Austria trip, for sure.
Yeah.
But awesome, fantastic set of pre-season friendlies. Last one obviously was 3 days ago, I believe, and we move on. We move on to finally being here, chaps. It feels like this period has been a lot longer than most others I've had over the years.
It's been awful.
It's been awful, right? Man City, first game of the season. I think before we go into a deep dive, initial thoughts, like from the get-go, I say, look, Man City, Bournemouth, first game of the season. How is our mindset going into that immediately?
Yeah. I'm excited to bring it on. I remember last season, Liverpool, first game away, everyone was like, oh, no. I think it's the best time to hit. 6 games in, these teams, especially Big Six, all of us, we're all going to be different teams. And I think if we can get in early while the iron's hot with Bournemouth, we're playing well. We've had some good pre-season. The team bonding. You can see it with the manager, the team. Everyone's just absolutely, together. And as the old saying says, together anything is possible. And I'm really looking forward to taking it to Man City in the first game of the season and showing them how to play some bloody decent football.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
Yeah,
Malcolm?
come on.
Nothing to be scared of, mate. There were sort of 2-3 seasons ago, you're looking at the fixture list all the time and thinking, where are some points going to be got? Those days are gone. Bournemouth are, they go toe to toe with everybody now. And it really is nothing to be scared of. And when the people I've spoken to, for those that don't know, I was recently over in England, and they asked my thoughts. I said, well, they were talking about Man City pasting us. And I said, why? Can you explain why? I said, well, no reason. Man City are now in transition. They got a new manager. Rodri, sorry, that was Monty Python. Rodri has now gone to Barcelona. So that's a big player taken out.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if any of you guys saw the Community Shield. Now,
did indeed.
A lot of people do say the Community Shield is just like a pre-season friendly, which perhaps it is, but it was always the curtain raiser, wasn't it? The start of the season.
It was, and I'll be honest, it's a game that a lot of teams want to win.
Exactly that, and there was only one team that wanted to win it the weekend, and I was really, really shocked at how poor Man City were. Seriously,
yeah,
there were mistakes all over the pitch, and I'm thinking, crikey, if you got a game plan, stick to it, go at them. Nothing to be scared of. And players that were making mistakes that you wouldn't believe, because they're top class players, like you said, world class players that they had. Mm-hmm. They've all gone.
And I mean, let's bear in mind the last time we played them. If we want to go back to history and results, it was at the Vitality. And it was a 1-1 draw, right? Or 2-2 draw.
Did it end up 1-1?
1-1
Yeah, and that was only a Haaland, 95th minute, just rubbish, lucky strike, it went in. Yeah, that was our game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what
I'm up for it.
That was second to last game of the season, wasn't it? If I remember rightly, and it allowed Arsenal to win the league.
At least, there was that, and it also guaranteed us European football, didn't it?
It did, yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
It did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
Awesome. So look, let's not beat around the bush. Give me a prediction and who you think a standout player is going to be for that game.
For that game, whoa.
We are 5 days away. I believe it kicks off Sunday.
28. Yeah.
2:00 our time in the UK.
What time? I don't know. Standout player. I mean, if I was going to put money on it, top player for AFC Bournemouth, I wouldn't hesitate. Truffert.
Interesting. Yep.
Good try.
He is Mr. Consistent.
Okay.
Now,
nice.
Any other player could have a piece of magic in them. Obviously, Alex Scott, everybody be watching him.
And final result, Mel.
Oh God, I can't predict results. I'm rubbish at this sort of thing. I'm just going to say 3 points.
Okay,
like
Daz, give it to me.
I'm going to say standout player of the game. I think Justin Kluivert. He's just got a little bit of magic. He can pull a shot out of nothing. Last season, he ran from one penalty box to the other and scored. He's just got some magic about him, and I'm a great supporter of Justin. And I think he's come back from his injury last season. He's had the off season to get fit, and looking at him in the preseason games, he's on fire. So I'm going to say standout player of the game for me is going to be Justin Kluivert, and I'm going for a 3-2. Let's win it.
Interesting. Nice. For me, yeah, I completely agree on Trafford. I think Trafford is consistent and is going to be strong anyway. I think we can just assume that's going to happen. For me, I think the standout player of the game is going to be Ben Gannon-Doak. I reckon he's going to get some minutes on the pitch.
Another good shout.
Yeah, and I think he's going to. I think this is going to be a game where he's going to be firing in all cylinders to get into this season, to stay fit, to stay healthy, to not get injured. And, I don't know how long that'll last for him, longevity-wise, if he puts his full effort into the first 10 games. As I said before and in previous shows, I've got a concern he's going to be a bit of a Jack Wilshere. But I think he's going to be fantastic. I think the minute he gets on that pitch and he gets on that ball against a big team, and I think this is the opportunity. And I think, as you said, if there's ever a time to play some of the top six, it's first game of the season, just like we did with Liverpool. And what a fantastic game that was to start the season off last year. So, Ben Gannon-Doak, and I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2.
Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
And look, I think that takes us quite nicely into what could be the last couple of the next couple of games in the season for us to discuss. Essentially, some standout players, and ultimately where we think we're going to finish for the Premier League and some of the tournaments that we're in. Right?
Okay. So the Europa League. For the stage, the dates are 16th of September until 28th of January.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so this week is the final round of games qualifying.
Yeah.
Home legs, and then next week you have return legs on the 27th, and on the 28th is the draw for the group for the first stage of the Europa League proper. So next week, get your European chart out. Have a look and see who's likely to be our opposition. I've already been checking them. So
is it the 28th that we find out?
28th is the draw. Yeah.
9 games. Yep.
Which I imagine you might see us again on that date, right? Super, super, super exciting time to to be watching live. I'll be honest, to see if
anybody who's a Cherries fan, it doesn't matter what their day consists of. I think 28th of August, there's only going to be one important thing to do, and that is, watch or listen, whatever you like, or have your ticker going on your phone to see who we'll be playing against. Yeah, really super, super exciting. Historical for the club, obviously. And then I suppose we better make a few plans, Darren, aren't we?
Yeah, I reckon we'll be flying Ryanair, won't we?
Ryanair. Yeah. Wait and see. But I've got, let's just say, something put aside so that wherever, let's get together, let's go and do it live at a stadium.
Yeah.
Coming to you or near you, whatever. Yeah. Let's just do it and enjoy the moment.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
On that thought process, let me know what's your thoughts around final stand-ins in the Premier League, given these extra games, these extra stress and pressures. What's your thoughts around what would be success for you guys? What would look like success this season?
Yeah, I with the extra games, obviously we know it's going to be difficult playing the extra game in midweek on Thursday, and we know our downfall is always injury. We seem to just hit the ground running, and then we get a few crucial players out. So I'm going to try and match not last season, but the seasons before. I reckon if we get 12th, I'll be very happy. And I want to see us at least in a quarter-final in the Europa. I'll be very happy with that.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Mal?
Well, I'm going to go for a top 10. So that could be 10th, 9th, whatever. So happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously consolidating Premier League status, which, basically carrying on what we've already, the grindstones are already laid, aren't they? So let's, let's just keep it going, ticking over. The added addition of European football, very, very welcome, but it does give you a little bit extra to think about. Yeah, I go along with Darren with injuries, but then that is the same for every club.
Correct.
Not just, it's not just Bournemouth. Yes, we've got players that are coming back. We've got youngsters who can step into the first team to cover. But our squad is big, a lot bigger than it was.
Yeah.
Now, and I think, that is the important part. As a club, so I'm not talking about the trainer, I'm talking about the ownership, the guys who make the decisions, recruitment and whatever. I think they'll be very, very cautious with managing minutes of players. So, Ando needed probably more so in the last half of last season. Amazingly, 18 games unbeaten. But the players, whereas previously he was always sort of 70, 75 minutes for making subs, he was bringing them on earlier. He was giving them like an hour and then giving the subs half an hour. Just to manage the minutes of the players so they weren't, totally knackered, in a word.
Yeah.
So that's very, very clever thing to do. I mean, some managers, they bottle it and they wait until maybe 5 minutes before the end. And to me, that's always a pointless exercise, especially if you're either trying to chase the game or hold a game. If you've got a point in the bag, let's hold on to a point, for us it's a good result, whatever. But you should go out there to win a game of football. And I think, doing it early enough, not too early. Obviously, tactically, we did have a couple of bad games where, at half time things had to change. And, I don't need to get that right. Although losing games isn't a bad thing. It's the way you lose them. And if you can at least show something, like in the second half, to what you really can do, then the fans will stay on board, as opposed to getting absolutely battered for 90 minutes. And that, to be honest with you, it was only happened once over 90 minutes was away to Villa. That was the only game last season. And the away to Brentford, obviously, second half, we actually did turn up. The first half, we could have put, 11 boys out there, really. It was just a dire performance. But, that's football. And it happens to other teams as well. So I'm all up for it. Yeah. Managing the minutes is really important. The squad depth is really clever this time round. And I still think maybe, just maybe, another player comes in.
Possibly. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And look, I mean, my thoughts are not too dissimilar. I think given how we ended last season and Europe, I think Europe changes the definition of success for us this season, right? We're no longer trying to survive and look like this team in the Premier League. I think we've done that very successfully for the last couple of years. So yeah, I think anywhere between 8th and 12th, I'd be happy with. I think that's still success to me, depending on the European results, for sure. And I think, I think now it's a time to prove we belong in Europe and starting that ladder. Premier League's awesome, love it, but we're not going to win it anytime soon, and that definitely shouldn't be our focus. There's a ton of money to come from European football and exposure out there, and the games that we could play, especially if, and I will bring it up a final time, I'm not going to mention it again this side of Christmas, but I have booked an Airbnb in Frankfurt for the 24th of May next year for the final, just in case. So I'm a year ahead because I believe it's absolutely possible. And if we get there, that would be crazy scenes, gentlemen. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So yeah, really looking forward to it. I know that just as a follow-up and an FYI for everyone watching, obviously please like, follow and subscribe, share the video and keep posting about these things. But keep an eye on us. We are going to be getting some shows out left, right and centre now. We've got regular shows coming out, obviously, for every Premier League game and reaction shows. I think the guys are looking to maybe do some preview shows before the games to give you some predictions and rundowns. We might also do some live watch-alongs. We've also got 2 specials a month that will be coming up. So do keep your eye on everything. The channel is going to be buzzing for this season. And it's going to be a super special place to be involved in. So we'd love to have you there, of course.
I've just got a couple of cheers. Thanks to Lewis Cook, 10 years this year, his centenary. Joined us from Leeds in 2016. He's played 277 games, and that's awesome. 190 of them in the Premiership, which a lot of his time was obviously in the Championship. He's scored 3 goals in total. A not great goal scorer, don't get me wrong. 2 of them were in the Championship, one against Reading, one against Coventry City. And he's only ever scored 1 header.
Everton away.
Everyone's remember it. He ran to the camera, and that was Everton away on the 31st of August. So hats off and a big cheers to Cookie. And recent birthdays again, big cheers. Ryan, he turned 20 August 15th. Jebison, he's 22 on the 13th of August, just turned. And our very own Alex Scott just turned 23 on the 21st of August. So big cheers to all them guys.
Nice. Yeah, birthday.
Yeah,
big cheers.
Good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on maybe Carabao Cup, FA Cup?
Let's just give it a crack. Again, I don't think it's top of mind, to be honest. I don't think that's where our thought process is or should be. I think it'd be fantastic.
I mean, it's just a thought because those games will take place, won't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, who can forget Brentford last season? I think we were going to go for it, and Brentford just surprised us, I think, and knocked us out of the Carabao, I think it was. So, I think this season with Marco Rose, I think he's here to prove a point. And that is everything is serious. We're going for everything. And it's either going to go one way or the other. And in a positive half glass full, I think we're gonna go all out on everything. Good luck with them. Come on, boys.
Nice.
Up the chairs.
Up the chairs. Mel, any more final thoughts?
There's so many thoughts. I mean, I could sit here for another half an hour, to be honest with you. But okay, we will take it one game at a time.
Yep.
Which was, Andoni's way, and I think it's the right way. If other channels want to sit and talk about how many points in the next 4 games, let them carry on. But I'll just take it one game at a time. Won't interest me. The week after, it's the right way to look at things. Now that we've got European football coming in as well. So, you got your Sunday game, you can do a prediction, you watch along or whatever else. And then suddenly your next game is somewhere, I don't know, Cyprus.
Who knows? Yeah.
That could happen. Yeah. Croatia.
Yeah.
Let's just not get Benfica, please. Because for me, they are the standout team in the Europa League draw.
Yeah, for sure.
As it stands. Don't forget some of those from the Champions League drop into the Europa League, don't they? So watch this space. But I'm just so excited about it. I am. It's like, bring it on.
Chances are we'll do a whole show on exactly that in 10 days? 10 days time, 28th of August. Put it in your diaries, keep it in your calendars, and keep
I'll tell you what, Ollie, let's make it better. Let's do a live.
There we go. We'll do a live 28th of August and we'll let you know. We'll find out as you find out, even better.
Remember, like, subscribe, follow the channel. Yeah, we're new, we're starting out. We need your support. We're here to just have a good laugh, give you some good channel. We're not going to oversaturate it. We're all about quality, not quantity.
Yeah, and keen to have you all with us on this ride. To be honest, it's as Daz said, it's a bit of fun. We all share the same love and passion for the team. Maybe not the same opinions, but it's definitely the same love and passion.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
That's it. Exactly.
As long as your glass is half full, you're all welcome.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
From
Well
us
entitled
here,
to an opinion.
up the cherries in all departments. Have a fantastic day, and we will catch up with you again. From me personally, on a cherry slaps on Monday night. But from the guys, we'll see. Ciao for now.
Global
Cherries.
cherries.